Have changes in the climate changed when cats mate? Climate change is a worldwide problem that affects landscapes and wildlife in many ways. A lot of study has been done on how climate change affects the distribution, migration, and loss of habitat for species. However, there is growing interest in how climate change may affect the behavior of different animals, even pets like cats. This video will look at whether climate change has changed when cats mate. And, if so, how this change in behavior can affect both cat populations and people who live with cats. Before moving on to the details of the video, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you. The time for cats to mate. Both house cats and stray cats are known to have regular patterns when they have kittens. Most cats mate in the spring and summer, when the days are longer and the temperatures are higher. This time fits with when kittens can get things like food and protection, which help them stay alive in the warmer months. This pattern may be changing, though, because of a number of climate change-related causes. 1. Changes in the patterns of temperature. The way temperatures change is one of the most obvious results of climate change. Many places are having warmer winters and longer stretches of warmer weather. This can make the breeding season longer for cats, since milder weather lets them mate outside of the usual spring and summer months. In some cases, this can even lead to breeding all year. 2. Changes in where food can be found. Changes in the climate can also make it harder for cats to find food and other supplies. Changes in the behavior of mice and other small animals can happen when it gets warmer. Feral and outdoor cats eat these animals. When cats mate, they may be affected by changes in when and where these food sources are available. It's possible that cats are more likely to mate when there is a lot of food around, which would change the normal breeding season. 3. Effects on populations of feral cats. The effects of climate change are especially bad for feral cat populations. Increasing the length of the breeding season can cause feral cat populations to grow faster, which can make problems like overpopulation and stress on habitats even worse. In turn, this can make it harder to get resources, spread diseases, and stop animals living in the area from being eaten. 4. What happens to house cats? It might not be as clear how climate change affects the mating behavior of household cats as it is with feral cats, but it does have effects on pet owners as well. Longer mating seasons can make it more likely for domestic cats to get pregnant by mistake, which adds to the number of unwanted kittens. This adds to the work that animal shelters and rescue groups already have to do because they don't have enough resources or space. Getting rid of the effects. To come up with ways to lessen the effects of climate change on cat mating behavior, we need to know how it changes these behaviors. You can deal with these worries in the following ways. 1. Spaying and neutering. Spaying and neutering cats can help control the number of feral cats and lessen their effect on local ecosystems by encouraging responsible pet ownership. 2. Wildlife conservation. Supporting efforts to keep cats' natural homes and food sources safe can help lessen the damage that stray cat populations do to the environment. 3. Teaching people about the risks of letting cats and dogs mate without supervision and the benefits of spaying and neutering can help cut down on the number of kittens that people don't want. 4. Research. Keeping an eye on cat populations and how they reproduce in the face of climate change can give conservationists, researchers, and lawmakers useful information. Climate change could change when cats mate, which could have an effect on both feral and domestic cat numbers. We can lessen the negative effects on the environment and society of a longer cat breeding season by being aware of these changes and taking action to solve these problems and protect the health of both cats and the environments they live in. Responsible pet ownership and conservation efforts are very important. What kinds of bad things can happen to cats when mating times are different? Whether it's because of climate change or something else. Cats mating at different times can hurt both cats themselves and the environment around them in many ways. Here are some bad things that will happen. 1. Overpopulation. Cats can have more kittens if the mating season is pushed back or changed. This is a big problem for feral cat populations, which already have a hard time getting food and a safe place to live. Too many cats can make problems like not having enough resources and property disputes worse, which can make feral cats sick and lower their chances of surviving. 2. More competition. Longer mating seasons can make it harder to get resources like food and a safe place to survive. Because cats are competitive, they may fight with each other, which could hurt them or spread diseases. Along with that, it can hurt cats' general health, making it harder for them to do well in their environment. 3. Disease transmission. Because the breeding season lasts longer, cat groups that are too crowded are more likely to get sick. Feline immunodeficiency virus, FIV, and feline leukemia virus, FELV, can be spread between cats that live close to each other, especially if they are living outside. This can be bad for their health. 4. Eating wild animals. Wild cats are known to be opportunistic hunters, and longer mating seasons can make more cats hungry for wild animals in the area. This could hurt populations of native birds, small mammals, and reptiles, possibly causing populations to drop or even the extinction of fragile species in the area. 5. Kittens you don't want. When pet cats have longer mating seasons, they may have more litters of kittens they don't want. This means that pet owners, animal shelters, and rescue groups have to take care of and find homes for these babies, which adds to the problem of too many pets and puts a strain on the resources that are available. 6. Puts a strain on animal shelters. Because mating seasons are longer, kittens are born more often, and rescue groups and animal shelters cannot handle all the animals that need care. This can make it harder to give cats a place to live, food, and medical care, which can hurt their health in the long run. 7. Thoughts on cat welfare. Longer mating seasons can be bad for cats' mental and physical health. Both wild and domestic cats can become malnourished, stressed, and have a lower quality of life when they have a lot of kittens and have to compete for food and shelter. Effects on ecosystems. Feral cats killing local wildlife can mess up ecosystems by causing shifts in prey populations and lowering the health of ecosystems as a whole. In areas with too many cats, native species may be in danger, and ecosystems may be damaged by the ecological effects. Differences in when cats mate, especially when those differences get longer, because of climate change or other reasons, can hurt the cats, their ecosystems, and the people who live with them in many ways. Responsible pet ownership, good control of feral cat populations, and conservation efforts are all very important for dealing with these problems and reducing their effects. If you find our video useful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you again in new videos.